Well, first of all, I'm very pleased that Christine Lagarde, who I know personally well and who knows Croatia well, will now take on new important duties as of the beginning of November with the ECB. For us, this is a fantastic plus because, as you know, Croatia has a priority to join the Eurozone, and I'm sure that everything that we will be doing will come to the fertile ground when it comes to Christine Lagarde. When it comes to the Central and Eastern Europe, I think this is a region which is basically collectively in the sort of catching up and convergence mode. This is the key objective because some of the countries that joined the EU faster passed that road a little bit easier and a little bit faster. My country is trying to speed up these efforts, and all our reform efforts are directed in that direction. And if there would be someone coming from the Central and Eastern Europe countries to become one of the candidates for the successor of Christine Lagarde, I would say why not, but I wouldn't at this point speculate about the names.
Let me ask you a little bit more about Christine Lagarde, who you have worked closely with. You're a politician. Christine Lagarde is a former politician. There's been some criticism about whether a politician is the right fit for the ECB, not having an economist in such a key central banking role. What do you think, given all the structural challenges here in Europe?
Well, first of all, I'd like to praise the efforts of Mario Draghi. I think he was very efficient, very helpful for the European economy and for the international positioning of euro in the last couple of years. I'm sure that Christine, with all her experience, both as a former French Minister of Finance and Economy, that she will give really a new impetus in this direction, and we all know her very well. I think she's perceived both as a politician but also as an expert in international finance.
Let's shine the light on your country. Wheels in motion for you to join the Eurozone. 2023 might be the time frame, roughly. What sort of shape is this economy in as you seek to join the rest of Europe and have a common currency?
Well, the strategy for the adoption of the euro was jointly devised by the Croatian National Bank and my government. We have adopted it in May of 2018. We are working step by step how to fulfill it. We just sent a letter of intent to the members of the ERM2 and to the president of the Eurogroup. The idea is to perform in 6 policy areas, 19 policy measures, clear deliverables in key sectorial reforms in next 12 months in order to fulfill this sort of waiting room for the Eurozone, and that is the ERM2. When it comes to the dates, I think 23, 24, I would say by the end of the next Commission, by the end of the next mandate of the European Parliament, it would be reasonable for Croatia to expect to fulfill all the criteria. When it comes to the Maastricht criteria, we are doing very well. We are rapidly diminishing our public debt. We expect it to be at 71.6% of the GDP by the end of this year. My government has gone out of the excessive deficit procedure. There are no excessive macroeconomic imbalances. We put country back to the investment credit rating by the evaluation of 2 major of the 3 credit rating agencies. The European Commission's summer projections of Croatian growth have gone from 2.6 to 3.1. Tourist season will be at the level of the last one. So I think that all the key drivers of the Croatian economy, which is the fiscal consolidation, structural reforms in both public and private investments, with the line that we have clearly taken and are holding to, can achieve very positive results in the next couple of years.
I take your point, but we have seen in the past that it is a very heady journey up to try and join the Euro membership. But once you're there, some of those benefits come straight away, more investment, you get the escalation in property prices that many across the country enjoy, the returns that brings for those owning property. But on the other side of the coin, as soon as there is a downturn, there's less wriggle room, the inability to depreciate a currency to deal with some of the problems in the country. And we've seen that in Greece, we've seen that in Italy, we've seen it in Portugal. Are you concerned about what you're signing up to?
Well, first of all, what we are doing is carefully crafted. This is not an abrupt decision of any of us who is involved overnight. We are conducting a public debate. You have to understand that the Croatian economy and the Croatian, I would say, finance is basically eurized. Most of the banks operating in Croatia have their mother banks in the EU member states. Savings, credits, everything that we have is 50 or 65% in euro already. We trade with the Eurozone partners over 65%. So basically you have to understand that the Croatian economy is already very much Euroized. What we are trying to do is do the catching up as fast as we can. In that respect, my government, when we started, we were only at the 9% contracted EU funds for this financial framework. And now, less than 3 years later in our office, we are above 70%. So what I would like to do is to speed up the catching up. And Eurozone comes basically more than 10 years after the EU membership. And this is exactly where we should find ourselves and position ourselves to strengthen our economy in order to have a better living standards for our citizens.
Hi, I'm Joanna Bersecci, and thank you for watching. You can check out more of our videos by clicking on the boxes on the screen. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more from CNBC International. Thank you for watching.